Hey everybody, Sean Futrell's welding. Those of you who don't know, I'm doing a few welding videos. Did some bed build videos. I'm still working on my bed. I have it off the truck. Finishing up a few things before I bed line it. I just want to talk a little bit about safety gear. As you can see, I'm not really dressed for welding out on the right of way or anything like that today. I'm in my backyard. I did a lot of welding the other day, and I paid for it because I went in short sleeves. I don't know if y'all can see this, but the red marks on my arm, burns on this arm. If you're doing a few tacks here and there, it's okay to have short sleeves. Well, it's never okay to weld in short sleeves, but if you're doing a few tacks, it'll be all right. If you're welding for 4 hours in your backyard, especially MIG welding, throws a lot of sparks back at you, especially in tight spots. Like in here, in all these spots on my truck bed, you're gonna burn your arms. You need to at least have, you know, some FR sleeves on or something like that. I didn't put that stuff on, and I paid the price. It's just always good to wear what you're supposed to be wearing. I'm gonna be doing a few little welds here and there today, and I'll probably put some sleeves on at some point, but I'm not putting them on right now. What I'm doing right now is, got these pieces of, little small pieces of pipe right here. I bought them at Tractor Supply. They're 1/2 inch OD. What I'm doing is, here's my rear toolbox going into, excuse me, I'm sorry. This is my front toolbox going into my rear toolbox. And on the other side, I've got this going into my bottle area, going up into my rear toolbox. Then we're gonna drill a hole here and then over here, because the holes I drilled the other day on the last video are in my toolboxes. So what I'm doing is, I'm going to put this tubing going in and out of the toolboxes. Then I'm going to run the wires through. And I'm going to stick plumber's putty in the holes of the tubing after I get done, so no rain gets into my boxes. And it'll be a nice clean way of running the wires in. I won't have any wires exposed in my fender well areas. As you can see how tight the hole is, I don't want to have to get my plasma cutter out or hook the torch back up for 2 little holes, but it is a pain in the butt. This should have been a thought before I finished the bed.
Night chill into
Okay, so I know there was a lot of that y'all didn't see, but here's the aftermath. Got a little pipe stab through, my wires to go through. This pipe goes into front and rear boxes, so my wires are not exposed where the tires are kicking up dirt and all that good stuff. I'm gonna walk you around, show you inside what we can see for right now. Kind of ran this, it kind of looks cheesy, but in my head, it will protect the wires. So, don't mind Miller, she's just going crazy with her ball. So, that's that.
Dana Nolan had a man with a good place for sifting. He invited me digging, so picked up my screen and a shovel to dig and a jar of shine. Traded me fair for a bottle of wine, Brothers Barnes Mountain Wine. Straight up a hillside, took a ridge for a while, then we slowly went down to an overhang. Hit from the ridge line, bent over our handles, and we bit in the ground, the dark and bloody ground. Break down, but the wine kept us going. Moonshine was flowing and keeping us warm, 'cause you can't hold a girl with a fistful of shovel. Gotta find your fire in the company of corn. Dug for a while, then it all turned to ashes. Found a bunch of broke flint and a few bits of bone. Then I heard Jesse yell o'er the pile he was sifting. Shook the hills like the angels were calling us home. Jesse, Zachary, come home. It was banded as hell, it was fluted and Clovis. It was hot as a pistol I kept on my side. And I was fiending so fierce, I was broke ass and busted. I pulled out my pistol and I took Jesse's life. Clovis like that is a hard point to find. Make the pelts worth to come by with a good chunk of change. Left over for burn on whatever meanness, whatever woman is coming my way. Darling, come my way. I sit in the cell for the band of Clovis. I stole off a Nolan when I killed him that day. I reckon the chase of the pills and the powder, corn liquor and women are the culprits to blame.
All right, so got the tabs for my mud flaps on. Got my tubes in, got everything primered. Got some holes drilled. Got all that stuff touched up. Ran out of the primer that turns green. Ended up touching up stuff with some gray primer. So anyway, we're getting ready to spray Raptor Liner. Never done it before, but I watched some YouTube videos. So we're gonna mix it as the manufacturer suggests. I'm just doing the black. We're gonna see how it goes, but I wanted to show you a couple of things. Okay, here we are in the other part of my shed where my air compressor sits. Yes, I know it's a cheap air compressor. I need a new one. I've been killing this thing for 7 years, but I just added a couple of air water separators because I was getting a lot of water in my air lines. Okay, now that I got it adjusted, we're going to be spraying right about 70 psi for the consistency that I'm looking for on my bed. And here's my second air water separator. And I have a third one on the gun itself. So you really don't want any water going through here because it will mess up the texture. It'll mess up how it sprays. So I'm gonna get this stuff mixed up and get my camera set back up, and we'll see how this goes.
Asleep with a guitar in my hand. I dreamed about the golden Mississippi, and the blues came walking like a man. Not a word I passed that guitar over. He tuned it up like I'd never seen. Smile was his expression. He closed his eyes and he began to sing. Oh, oh, love, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi where I don't want to be. Oh, oh, love, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi where I don't want to be. I woke up, I looked into the mirror. I saw no reflection for a while, but as my eyes came into focus, I recognized a crooked smile. Oh, oh, love, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi where I don't want to be. Oh, love, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi where I don't want to be. Corn whiskey, I fell asleep with a guitar in my hand. I dreamed about the golden Mississippi, and the blues came walking like a man. Oh, love, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi
Mississippi, where I don't wanna be. Oh, Lord, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi, where I don't wanna be. Oh, Lord, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi, where I don't wanna be. Oh, Lord, why have you forsaken me? Got me down in Mississippi, where I don't wanna be. I don't wanna be. Where I don't wanna be. I don't wanna be.
I already know one thing.
Early in the morning when the sun does rise, laying in the bed with bloodshot eyes. Late in the evening when the sun sinks low, that's about the time my rooster crows. I got women up and down this creek, and keep me going and my engine clean. Run me ragged but I don't fret, 'cause there ain't been one slow me down none yet. Get me drinking that moonshine, get me higher than the grocery bill. Take my troubles to the high wall, throw them in the river and get your fill. We've been sniffing that cocaine, ain't nothing better when the wind cuts cold. Oh, it's a mighty hard living, but a damn good feeling to run these roads. I got people try to tell me, Red, keep this living and you wind up dead. Cast your troubles on the Lord of Lords, wind up laying on a cooling board. But I got buddies up White House Road, and keep me strutting when my feet hang low. Get me higher than the grocery bill. Take my troubles to the high wall. Throw them in the river and get your fill. We've been sniffing that cocaine. Ain't nothing better when the wind cuts cold. Lord, it's a mighty hard living, but a damn good feeling to run these roads. It's a damn good feeling to run these roads. When you lay me in the cold hard clay, won't you sing them hymns while the banjo plays? You can tell them ladies that they ought not frown, 'cause there ain't been nothing ever held me down. All men, women, or shallow graves, same old blues, just a different day. Get me drinking that moonshine. Get me higher than the grocery bill. Take my troubles to the high wall. Throw them in the river and get your fill. We've been sniffing that cocaine. Ain't nothing better when the wind cuts cold. Lord, it's a mighty hard living, but a damn good feeling to run these roads. It's a damn good feeling to run these roads. It's a damn good feeling to run these roads. Daddy worked like a mule mining Pike County coal. Fucked up his back, couldn't work anymore. He said one of these days you'll get out of these hills. Keep your nose on the grindstone and out of the pills. See, the ways of this world will just bring you to tears. Keep the Lord in your heart and you'll have nothing to fear. Live the best that you can and don't lie and don't steal. Keep your nose on the grindstone and out of the pills. Well, Daddy, I've been trying, I just can't catch a break. There's too much in this world I can't seem to shake. But I remember your words, Lord, that bring me chills. Keep your nose on the grindstone and out of the pills. Keep in mind that a man's just as good as his word. It takes twice as long to build bridges you've burnt. And there's hurt you can cause, time alone cannot heal. Keep your nose on the grindstone and out of the pills. Daddy, I've been trying, I just can't catch a break. There's too much in this world I can't seem to shake. But I remember your words, Lord, they bring me to chills. Keep your nose on the grindstone and out of the hills. Keep your nose on the grindstone.
Hey, good morning everybody. We're back. We're finally going to finish spraying my bed. I had some work come up. I had to work off my other truck. But we've got the sides done. The top deck done. I got to touch up a few things like in the boxes. Stuff like that. That box slammed shut and it got stuck. And I had to buff a little bit of that out this morning. But we're going to finish spraying in the boxes. We have to spray the tail section. Touch up in the boxes, and of course we got to spray the headache rack and the whole front. So let me get a few things in order and we're gonna get to spraying. One more thing I wanted to say, this Raptor liner is tough stuff. It's really tough on top of the bed. I sprayed extra coats like under the fenders, on the back of the bed where I know I'm gonna be tossing tools up right here. Like I just said, under the fenders, I sprayed extra thick. The back toolbox where the stuff kicks up, even though I'm putting mud flaps on. The back bumper underneath is sprayed really thick. But what I wanted to show you is, here's the gun. Like I said, I put a water separator on the gun. This is the gun that came in my first kit. When I ordered another kit, I ordered a kit with the gun. But it says to use acetone to run it through the gun between bottles. I didn't have any acetone, but I had a couple cans of this fuel injector cleaner. I've been using it through the gun between bottles. I just stick the nozzle right into the bottle. And I'm not saying it's the best thing for it, but it's a gun. It's basically an air blower with an aluminum tube. Worst case scenario, it eats up the O-ring, and then you order another kit with another gun. It's like $15 for the gun if you order the kit with the gun. But I've been using that stuff. I blow it out real good and it works pretty good.
Dear man in the woods, the one with the silhouette covering up the moon while you're here. Ain't you cold? You know the television man said it's about 20 below. Why won't you budge or talk to me from afar? But as soon as I spoke, he disappeared in the dark Mohegan. The last Mohegan. The last Mohegan. So one night me and a couple of my buddies went cruising these roads that we never have seen. Still in Cheatham County, this is back when I was just turning about 17. Yeah, we went to a party and ended up leaving cause word had it, cops were already on the route. Had an ounce of grass in my toolbox, so we went down a patch where there wasn't any houses. Pulled over with the dome light, gleaming smoke rolling out of that stock Ranger. Suddenly my spine felt a sense of danger, and I turned around and seen a black figure, 7 feet tall, with a trench coat, long beard, looking like a lumberjack. Slowly coming out the smoky woods with a heavy axe and a silent act. Dear man in the woods, the one with the silhouette covering up the moon while you're here. Ain't you cold? You know the television man said it's about 20 below. Why won't you budge or talk to me from afar? But as soon as I spoke, he disappeared in the dark Mohegan. The last Mohegan. The last Mohegan. I was frozen solid by what I was seeing. Sam in the truck yelling, fuck it, let's leave. My body was paralyzed, tongue couldn't speak, and I fell in the mud when I dropped to my knees. I just seen a ghost, something I don't believe in. I just heard some words that were coming from me. He said, you're on my land, but this road has no resident. Then he said, I've been here since 1870. I'm stuck in this world cause I haven't been heavenly. Lurking these trees, yes, I'm kinda devilish. We walk in the woods at the witching time, boy. You shouldn't be here, so don't make me annoyed. I jumped in my truck, you know I wasn't staying, but sometimes I wonder, you know what I'm saying? I wish I would've got to talk to the man who didn't exist in my rear view mirror. Man in the woods, the one with the silhouette covering up the moon while you're here. Ain't you cold? You know the television man said it's about 20 below. Why won't you budge or talk to me from afar? But as soon as I spoke, he disappeared in the dark Mohegan. The last Mohegan. The last Mohegan. Dear man in the woods, I wish I got a name so I could understand some of your pain. Like, why'd you emerge on me late that night? I've been thinking about that for like 10 years now. Still cruise that back road just to see if you're here. But all that I see is some white-tailed deer. Hell, maybe you saved me. If you did, I'm sincere. From yours truly, that really scared kid. The last Mohican, the last Mohican, the last Mohican, the last Mohican.
You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later gotta cut you down, sooner or later gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar, go and tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter, tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Well, my goodness gracious, let me tell you the news. My head's been wet with the midnight dew. I've been down on bended knee, talking to the man from Galilee. He spoke to me with a voice so sweet, I thought I heard the shuffle of angels' feet. He called my name and my heart stood still when he said, John, go do my will. Go tell that long-tongued liar, go and tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter, tell him that God's gonna cut him down. Tell him that God's gonna cut him down. You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later gotta cut you down, sooner or later gotta cut you down. Well, you may throw you a rock, hide your hand, working in the dark against your fellow man. But as sure as God made black and white, what's done in the dark will be brought to the light. You can run on for a long time, run on for a long time, run on for a long time. Sooner or later gotta cut you down, sooner or later gotta cut you down. Go tell that long-tongued liar, go and tell that midnight rider, tell the rambler, the gambler, the backbiter, tell him that God's gonna cut you down, tell him that God's gonna cut you down, tell him that God's gonna cut you down.
Okay, y'all didn't see a few little spots of me spraying on the bed. I was jumping all over the place, hitting stuff that looked a little thinner than others. But let's see what it looks like now. And the sun's gonna make it so it's kind of a weird view. But I got in my toolboxes as much as I possibly could. And under the doors, this is my door that comes off because my lead reels and my fuel door's in here. Got inside here. Got the whole front, got the headache rack all the way around. Now, I did spray more on the bed where I'll be tossing tools up on it. Stuff like this front piece here. On the other side where rocks and stuff might kick up on it. The sides on the lower sections, I sprayed a lot thicker. This edge right here, I sprayed a lot thicker because it might be rubbing on the bed. Here's inside this toolbox. I sprayed the back bumper really thick underneath and on the back. But I think everything turned out really, really good. As y'all well know, I have a 3/4 ton. I do not have a 1 ton yet. It's a single rear wheel. The bed is approximately 440 pounds heavier than the factory bed, so I was relying on my airbags a lot. So I got a pair of adder leaves, and I don't know if y'all can see. Obviously, one of these things not like the other. So, got an adder leaf in. Didn't have a weight rating. It gave it says it gives it 2 inches of lift. And yes, I know there's no U-bolts on there. I had to cut the U-bolts, but I'm going to Richmond tomorrow to get 4 more made up. Also put brand new Bilstein 5100 shocks on here because the shocks were just old and tired. And thank goodness my son's home from college this weekend. Helped me get this done. Here's a new shock. Here's a new adder leaf. And I didn't do a video of the adder leaves because it's just a pain in the butt. And it's a whole lot of yelling and banging and stuff sometimes. But as usual, if you like what you're watching, click to subscribe. Like the video, ring the little bell. You can catch my next video. And we'll also be putting an update on my wife's kidney transplant process, going through that in a couple days. So thank y'all for watching, and God bless.